Hi everyone, welcome back to the 424 Soccer channel. Where we analyze the World Cup matches, give predictions, and also give you some headline news. Now, one of the headline news today is that Ghana blew their chance to qualify for the knockout stages, and Christian Pulisic has been passed fit, to feature in tomorrow's match against the Netherlands in the knockout stages. We start 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Now, let us see how the last matches of the group stages went. In Group H, we had two matches, South Korea versus Portugal, as well as Ghana versus Uruguay. Now, we had predicted a draw between Portugal and South Korea. The reason is this. Portugal had 6 points coming into this match. They had already qualified. They just needed to take it easy, hold it onto a draw, and then maybe top the group. Now, what happened? The South Koreans knew they had to win, as we predicted yesterday that they must win to qualify. So what did they do? They put everything on the field, did their best, won the Portuguese. The Portuguese made some changes though, but that is not an excuse. So South Korea ended up beating Portugal to place itself second on the table. In the other match, yesterday we said Ghana would lose, but they just needed a draw. So we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming because we knew the Uruguayans, they have titans, fighters, Luis Suarez, Edinson Cavani, Darwin Nunes. These are fighters. They will fight and fight and fight. If they lose, it's not because they have not put in any effort. If they lose because their opponent is better. So Ghana just needed to stand their ground, at least grind a draw. Now, what happened? Ghana even had a chance, to take the lead when they were given a penalty. They were awarded that penalty. What did they do? They fluffed it. And the ghost of 2010, South Africa 2010, haunted them again. Because I remember in 2010, Ghana versus Uruguay in the quarterfinal, Suarez, blatantly handled the ball almost as it entered the net. It was entering the net. And he was given a red card, and Ghana was awarded a penalty, which they fluffed. Now, how could they allow Suarez to still haunt them, in 2022? Suarez provided the first two assists, of the goals. Or those are the two goals, the two assists, So what happened? Ghana had a chance to lead. They did not. When Suarez had the chance to provide the two assists, Suarez did what he had to do. And Uruguay won the match. Although it became too late, because they have 4 points with South Korea, but a greater South Korea had a 0 difference, while Suarez and his company had a -1. So Portugal first in that group, South Korea second. Then in Group G, the two matches, the first and the second, Serbia versus Switzerland, Cameroon versus Brazil. We had said that the match between Serbia and Switzerland would end in a draw, being that we knew that Switzerland just needed a draw to win, while Serbia needed to score 2-3 goals to qualify. And we knew Serbia won't overpower Switzerland that much. And so we predicted that Brazil only needed a draw to top the group, and that Cameroon would need to win Brazil by 3 goals plus to qualify. And I remember I said it would be improbable. Although in soccer, there is no impossibility. That's what I said yesterday. But today, Cameroon defeated Brazil. Brazil made a lot of changes, but that was no excuse because the reserve goalkeeper who came in today, you know, to came in today's to play for Brazil, is only reserve by name. He's a reserve goalkeeper by name, but this guy is the number one goalkeeper for Man City, and we know Man City is about the best club side, the best soccer playing club side in the world now, arguably, because they are coached by Pep Guardiola, who is regarded as the best coach, and they play good football, palatable football, if you may class it as that. So now Brazil were rattled. The Cameroonians stood their ground. In short, today was just about the best match Cameroon has played in this World Cup. They were not intimidated. Many countries, many other teams would have been intimidated before the match would start. But Cameroon, they stood their ground, defeated the Cameroonians. Although they came third, but it was, the third team does not qualify. Only the first two teams qualify. So Brazil still came as number one because of goals aggregate. Switzerland number two in that group, same 6 points each. But Brazil, because of goals aggregate, is number one, and Switzerland came second. Now, that is how it went. And we want to look at tomorrow. Tomorrow is the beginning of the knockout stages, the round of 16. Tomorrow is winner takes all, loser goes home. No complacency. If you score and don't concede, you move on. If you concede and cannot, score, or you concede more than you can score, you go home. Or if it ends in a draw, then penalty shootout. So that the team that wins the penalty shootout would advance. So it is getting to the crunch time now. Who plays tomorrow? In the first match, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, the Netherlands will take on the USA. Now let us see how that will go. My prediction is this, that the Netherlands will win USA by 2-0. Very unfortunate. My heart is for the US, but my reason is for the Netherlands. Now, the Netherlands came into this tournament as number 8 in the FIFA ranking. USA came into this tournament as number 16. So you will see that in the gap, 8 and 16, excuse me, that the Netherlands are ahead. But that is not all. Coming to this stage, the Netherlands scored 5 goals and conceded 1. The Americans scored 2 and conceded 1. So defensively, the Netherlands and the Dutch and the Americans are good. But going forward in the attacking line, if you look at statistics, you know that the Dutch are better going forward. They tuck in more goals, And so it will take the Americans, the Pulisics, the Aronsons, the Wrights, the Josh Weir, and all that to do so well to break the defense line of the Dutch. Made up of Van Dijk, Virgil van Dijk, Matthias de Ligt, Nathan Aki, all these three players, and Danny Blin. All these players play for notable club sides. Aki is in Man City, Virgil van Dijk in Liverpool, De Ligt in Bayern Munich, and Danny Blin in Ajax Amsterdam. Now, these guys are good. Coming into the midfield, they have Frankie de Jong, who plays for Barcelona. This guy is a good distributor and a good passer of the ball. So the Americans should be wary of this. And then going into the attack, they have Memphis Depay. They have this guy who has scored 3 goals in 3 matches in this World Cup. Gakpo is his name. You know, this guy is slick, and I think a lot of club sides are beginning to look at him now. And then they have, you know, this rhythm. The Dutch play what they call total football, you know. Their system is that of the 3-5-2, you know, 3 in the defense when they are going forward, excuse me, 5 in the defense, excuse me, when they are defending. The Americans like the 4-3-3, which is attacking. And this is where they have to be careful, because in the 4-3-3, sometimes you move in droves, you know, and you may leave gaps. You may leave gaps. And so the Americans too, well, they are not pushovers. We have Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams is very good. This guy has been controlling the midfield. You know, it's one of the revelations of this tournament. Tyler Adams, the U.S. captain. And we have this McKinney who plays for Juve in the Serie A. The guy is good. We have Aronson who plays for Leeds United with Tyler Adams. These guys are good, you know. So it will be a tug of war, and the Americans, you know, will give them a fight for the money, but the Netherlands will come up tops. In the second match of the day, which is still a knockout, will be Argentina versus Australia. We predict the Argentines to win by 3-0. Coming into this tournament, Argentines were rated number 3 in FIFA ranking. Australians 38. So there's a very big gap, you know, between Argentina and Australia in the ranking. And Argentina, prior to tomorrow's match, they lost their first match, won the second and the third. So they lost and won. So the same thing with the Australians. They lost the first match, won the last 2 matches. So the 2 teams, you know, but Argentina scored more goals. They scored 5 goals, conceded 2. The Australians scored 3 and conceded 4. So the defense line in Australia is porous, that can be capitalized by players like Angel Di Maria, Lautaro Martinez, Lionel Messi. You know, they have players to run rings around the Australians, you know. So that is why I predict that Argentina will score up to 3 goals. They will win the match tomorrow. So that is the prediction for tomorrow. Let us see how it goes. Prediction: Netherlands will take the day against USA, and Argentina will take the day against Australia. Guys, if you are yet to subscribe to the 424 Soccer channel, please, you know, subscribe, click the like button, and also turn on your notification so that when we come in tomorrow, we will review the match, the first knockout matches, and also predict, you know, the one that will be coming after that. Thank you so much, and do have a good evening. Bye-bye.